Greetings, demons, and welcome to Collectibles and another Transformers Tuesday, where if we simply get rid of Blaster right here, I have something pretty cool, in my opinion, to show, and that is a Transformers Prime Gacha box. So this is for, and this is going to be really difficult to get into camera, the Transforming Figure Collection Part 2 for Transformers Prime. And if you read here, you've got Assemble the Ultimate Weapon to use with Transformers figures, which are not included. So the weird thing about this one, because I say it is part 2, this doesn't have, well, it has some of the main characters, I'd say, of Prime specifically, but its selection overall is very interesting. And yeah, this is a full pack, so we have a full 10 packs to open, and we are going to go ahead and just open them all and then check out the individual toys. And it is going to be one by one that we're going to do it, and then we'll see how they combine together to make weapons, because that is honestly so cool to me. So pack number 1, and I've got a feeling I'm not really be able to tell what's in here based off pack feel from what's on the pack here. So we've got Bulkhead, RC, Megatron, and then I'm not really sure what the other two are, if I'm being quite honest. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be bots or if they're supposed to be just something else random, but yeah, based on the feel, I'm almost tempted to say this might be Megatron. I'm not completely sure. There's a vaguely Megatron sort of shape. But yeah, let's tear away. And let's have a look. Oh, no, it's RC for our starter. And we will have a look at the paperwork in a second. But yeah, let's get her out of her little plastic prison. And look at that, a little baby RC. Okay, I love Prime RC. She's one of my favourites from that show specifically. RC in general, one of my favourite bots overall, but yeah, the Prime version is definitely a highlight. I do have, if I know where they've gone, I do have some comparisons to make. So we have from Power Core Converters, I believe, a Minicon ground spike. So you can see, oh wow, the focus is really not liking to focus. Yeah, a little bit smaller than, like, well, I was about to say your average Minicon. Ground Spike is not exactly an average Minicon. But yeah, you can see the kind of size comparison. And then, oh boy, I can't remember, but a Siege Battlemaster. I've completely blanked on what his name is. Aimless? I think it's Aimless. And yeah, same sort of story. So about the same size as the Siege Battlemasters, if I actually put his waist together properly. Yeah, about a little bit taller, maybe about the same size as your average, well, it is what I consider average, Siege Battlemaster, and realistically Battlemasters from the rest of the franchise since Siege. But yeah, pretty nice. And yeah, of course, the arbitrary little port on the front and a peg on the back, which, funnily enough, actually, if you really wanted to, there we go, compatibility. Bit of a random one there, but yeah, in terms of transformation, let's see if we can figure this one out. So, I mean, to be fair, I have no idea what this is supposed to be turning into, because RC obviously in Prime turns into a bike. I don't think I'm making a bike out of this. Also, why is it not focusing? Just completely refusing to focus. I probably shouldn't put this in the background. Maybe that'll fix things. Maybe it'll focus on this if there's nothing like specific to look at. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to convert this. We might need to wait until we have some more to go with. But yeah, there we go. That is RC, our first pack. And yeah, pretty happy with that one. Love a little RC like that. And yeah, let's get through the other packs. Pack number 2, to get straight into it. I will look at the paperwork afterwards. I'm just kind of getting through them for now. Another RC. So we've got 2 RCs. So I wonder if we can actually do anything with 2 RCs. But yeah, I do like RC, so at the very least, it's nice to have some duplicates of characters I enjoy. And to be fair, I think there's only supposed to be 5 different figures. So the fact I do have 10 packs, it's fine if we get some duplicates. Hopefully I can at least get Bulkhead and Megatron. I don't really care too much about the other two, but yeah, hopefully I can at least pull a Bulkhead and a Megatron. Pack number 3, hopefully we'll get something different. Oh, wait, hello. What are you? Okay, so we got one of the ones that I don't recognize. Definitely like an interesting like turtle design here. Interesting. Okay. Got little flippers. Got the arbitrary pegs and holes and everything, even on the side and stuff. There's a lot of customization potential here in terms of just where you can place things. Okay. Also, yellow gem compared to red gem on RC here. Kind of interesting. But yeah, I kind of like that actually more than I thought I would. I don't really get it. Unless it's supposed to be like Beast Hunters sort of era of Prime, but I don't think it is based on the packaging. It looks very much like early Prime stuff. But yeah, very interesting. And there we go. We have 2 of the potential 5 or whatever there is. Pack numero 4. No, I do not know Spanish. I don't even know if that was correct. We've got another one of these. Oh, wait, no. This isn't the same turtle. I mean, it's the same turtle, but the other one is inverted. Okay, so that's interesting. They're both the same gem. They have the exact same mold, but this one is orange with grey and this one's grey with orange. Interesting. Okay. Potential there for some customization. Do they click together at all in any meaningful way? Seemingly not. Well, we'll figure this out when we actually look at the paperwork and everything. But yeah, there we go. We've got 3 different ones now. Pack number 5. Oh, Megatron, there we go. There we go. So we just need Bulkhead, and I'll be happy at least with what I've got. Oh, boy. Ooh, he's a bit of spike-footed lad. Lovely. Okay. Doesn't have his cannon, though he does have an interesting-looking... Oh, he has like a little Decepticon badge. Wait, do all these have a... It does reveal shield? Oh, Decepticon. What the other one? Also Decepticon. And then RC should have an Autobot insignia? I'm really not catching that. If that's there, maybe just about. Yeah, it is. Okay, so they have a little, like, almost like a reveal the shield sort of thing going on. Pretty cool. Okay. And, yeah, overall, actually a really nice little figure of Megatron. I do quite like Prime Megatron. I think it is a pretty good design. Oh, boy. But yeah, it's so funny because I only own one of well, no, I own 2 Megatron. I think no 3. I own a few Megatron actually when I think about it. But for the longest time, my only Megatron was the Reveal the Shield Legends scale, or yeah, Legends scale, which is obviously the last version of Megatron we've got that turns into a gun. It's kind of ironic that this guy is supposed to turn into a weapon, but I guarantee he does not turn into any semblance of a firearm. But yeah, still pretty cool. And just to bring in the comparison again, there he is next to Ground Spike, so a bit taller than Ground Spike. Much taller than Aimless here. And then just to compare within the set, yeah, much taller than RC, as he should be. But yeah, love that. Love getting an actual character rather than, generic turtle guys that they might be actual characters, but I just don't know them. We're on the home stretch now. Pack number 6. Okay. Oh, it looks like we've got a duplicate. Another duplicate. Okay, we got another one of the grey with orange turtles. As I say, not a big deal. Hopefully I can at least get a Bulkhead and I'll be happy. But yeah, little Decepticon insignia. Very interesting to make these guys both inexplicably Decepticons, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't really have an issue with that. Pack number 7. Let's see, Bulkhead, please. Oh, wait. Oh, it's just Megatron again. For some reason, I thought that was something different for a second. No, it's the exact same figure. Okay, another Megatron. Love that, though. It does give me some hope. It seems we're getting 2 of each, which is good. It's a series of 5 figures, so 2 of each does make sense when I've got 10. But yeah, lovely. Megatron there with his little Decepticon insignia. Love that. Number 8. Come on, Bulkhead. Oh, I mean, this one's not coming out of the packet, so maybe. No, it's another turtle. So, okay, it does seem we are getting 2 of each, which does mean these last 2 packets are both going to be Bulkhead, it seems. Yeah, little Decepticon turtle again. So we've got 2 of both of those colours. That's good. So it definitely seems that we are getting 2 of each, which can't complain, really. Pack number 9. So this should be our Bulkhead. That's another Megatron. That is just another Megatron. Okay. We might not get a Bulkhead. which is kind of disappointing because that means we are missing that one. We've got 3 Megatrons. Oh boy. Bayverse Starscream would be so happy. Right, let's get to the last one. Hopefully it's a bulkhead. I really don't want to not have the full set of these. Oh, that'd be so disappointing. Pack number 10, the final pack. Please, be bulkhead. Please come out the packet at least. It's okay. You don't have to hide. Oh boy, come on. Am I gonna have to actually just pull it out? Come on, it's blue. It's another RC. It's an RC that's stuck to the packaging for some reason. Okay, so we managed to get 2 RCs and 2 Megatrons with no bulkheads. That's kind of disappointing. I like bulkhead a lot. I wish I'd... that's so disappointing, actually. But there we go. 3rd RC. So we got 3 RCs, 3 Megatrons, 2 of this turtle, and 2 of this turtle. Okay. I'm kind of disappointed in that, but it's okay. We're fine. I didn't pay too much for these, let's be honest. They're very old, non-desirable Gacha toys from Transformers Prime. Like, they're not exactly going for a lot right now, but that's I'm gonna have to get some more packs, aren't I? I thought I was gonna get 2 of each. That's such a shame. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the paperwork. So with each of the figures, each of the packs, we have got this little booklet, or legalese on the back there. We do get a better idea of what all of them do. So Bulkhead would turn into like a bear trap, I suppose, or maybe an arm. Maybe, I'm not sure. It seems that Megatron turns into some sort of claw weapon? I'm not really sure. The turtles, which... Wait a second, they don't have mixed colours. They are just one solid colour, whatever. Turn into shields, and then RC turns into a sword. So, give me a second, and I'll see if I can get the 4 that we have to turn into those. And here we have the full selection of weapons, minus Bulkhead, of course. I did end up doing part swaps on the turtles, just to give the full selection. So we've got a full orange one, just by swapping the parts there. And we've also got the full grey one, which, yeah, I do think they look better when they are mixed colour. But I am glad at least you can actually mix and match them, especially because we have duplicates here. It does mean that I don't have to deal with having a bunch of identical duplicate characters that I don't care about. But yeah, when it comes to Megatron, so I said no way does he turn into a gun. I think that's kind of what this is supposed to be. His arms don't peg down, as far as I can tell at least. Like, there's no way to actually secure them. So they're kind of loose like that. He's also always kind of looking. You can kind of move his arms a little bit further in if you really want to. It doesn't really work though. And then when it comes to RC, I actually quite like this. You know, Star Saber who? But yeah, really, like, this is a pretty decent attempt at making a blade out of a robot. Like, I can't lie, this is actually kind of better in some ways than the original Star Saber. Not Star Saber. Yeah, Star Saber. Yeah, the Star Saber Minicon trio. It's nothing special, but it's a little bit of fun, and I'm definitely probably going to give this to, I have G1RC, and I might just give this to G1RC, just permanently, just because it's a little bit of fun, you know, it's a little bit of, a dumb little item to have, and I do quite like this one a lot. I think the shaping is pretty good, the overall, like, blade of it is pretty nice, even if it is, like, split down the middle and stuff. I still think it's pretty fun, and, yeah, let's get some of these in hand. So, of course, this is why I had Blaster at the start of the video. Yeah, honestly, not the most ridiculous things I've ever put in the hands of a Generations figure. I'm not gonna lie. The fact is, like, for something like Aimless, you know, he may, you know, have his kibble that turns into a legitimate gun. You know, like someone like I've blanked on your name. Road Spike? I don't remember. May, like, turn into something for vehicle mode or whatever, like, something specific, he turns into a scoop or whatever. But these guys, these are just, like, relatively, like, normal action figures, or, like, small-scale figures of the characters that they are. And yet, like, I don't hate this. Like, it is technically a gun. Like, Blaster is holding a blaster. I can't argue with that. And the shields, I think, work really well, actually. For how little I care about these turtles, this is pretty cool. This is pretty fun. Obviously having siege ports and everything in modern day makes it so easy just to kind of do whatever you want with them. But yeah, I quite like these as just little shields for just different characters, and I'm sure it'll work better if I was using them with like Legends, not Legends figures. Is it Legends? I always confuse all the different like L smaller scale. I'm just gonna say core. I'm just gonna say the modern equivalent. I'm just gonna say core. I'm sure like core figures would probably look a lot better with this sort of stuff because it's bigger for them. But yeah, I quite like just having a little shield, and just to show RC's sword form in hand. If it will go in, they are a little bit tight. You can tell that like the exact peg tolerances have changed a lot over the years. But yeah, if I can just straighten that out a little bit, that is not bad at all. I quite like that in a lot of ways. It is by no means anything too, high detail. You would never get away with this in like a proper release. I don't think, anyway. Then again, I complained about Star Saber before. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is a really fun little set. And while, I wasn't able to get Bulkhead, I'm very happy to have got all these and been able to play with them all. And yeah, I'm going to quickly look up, because based on the instructions, based on the box, it does say, assemble the ultimate weapon to use with Transformers figures. I don't know if that means that there's a combination mode. So I'm going to look that up real quick, and I'll get back to you in just a moment. So unfortunately, based on what I can find on Google at large, as well as TF Wiki, there isn't any sort of combination, which is kind of a shame. Sure, you could make them, there's plenty of ports on them, especially the shields. They're covered in... I just knocked off I just knocked off Megatron. But yeah, like, you got 1, 2 on the front, you got 2 on the back as long as the head's out. A lot of peg points and stuff. There's so many opportunities for you to customize these and combine them together, but nothing official, unfortunately, which is kind of a shame, but also, there's already so much going on with these guys. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And it also kind of means that getting multiples is actually a good thing, because you can connect them together, you can make your own little weapons. I'm imagining right now just like having 2 blades inside the shield and stuff. There's a lot of options there, and I think overall, this is a very fun thing to get. And yeah, the fact, when I ordered these, I ordered them as just the packs. I didn't realize I was getting the full-on retail box. That's really cool to me. I love having retail boxes for various things, whether they make sense or not. And yeah, very happy to just have this now, despite, it's just a bit of cardboard. But I really enjoy having retail boxes. I think it's really fun. But yeah, there we go. That is my video on the Transformers Prime Transforming Figure Collection Part 2. And yeah, this has been really fun. I really like these guys. Like, having like little versions of Megatron and RC, like, it's not original. We've obviously had Legends or had different size classes that have been this size, or a little bit bigger maybe. But yeah, I can't get over how cool this is, and Gacha stuff in general is really fun. I have great memories from like the late 2000s or maybe the early 2010s of getting minicons, Armada minicons in little sweet bags. They were mystery things as well, but like, I just have so many memories when it comes to this sort of stuff, and just getting some more of these that I've never experienced. I never even saw these on shelves at the time, despite watching Prime. Like, I was a fan of Prime at the time. I'm saying words that rhyme too much. It's becoming a problem. But yeah, with that being said, I really like these guys. I think they're really cool. I wish I got Bulkhead. That's really the only problem here, is I just didn't get the full set. But as is, very happy with this. Might look into potentially getting part 1. Or I believe there's even a part 3 that isn't Prime related, but is like the 3rd version of this. But yeah, in any case, that's going to be it from me. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and ring a bell so you never miss an upload. Otherwise, come below your thoughts and feelings on anything discussed in this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!